Hey Taurus, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your September 2019 reading for your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will, therefore you make the best decision for you and those involved. Oh, also, if you want to check your Venus sign, do so as well. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Taurus, feel that the rules are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies and leave what doesn't. It is a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Thank you for anyone who has contributed through to the channel through commenting, subscribing, viewing, liking, donating, etc. Thank you so much for sharing your good vibes and being so generous with me. All right, Taurus, let's take a look. We have the Temperance here at the bottom of the deck, but it's in the reverse. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or have it in your chart. You don't have to be. But the Temperance in the reverse is something here is not being taken under control. There's something here that needs to be done in moderation. You might be very impatient about something here, which is not a very Taurian trait anyway. The Temperance card here is also about healing. So if you need to heal from a situation, then that is the advice for you. Your current situation with the Sun card in the reverse, you could be dealing with a Leo, have it in your chart, doesn't have to be. Sun card in the reverse is that there's a lack of clarity here, or there's a lack of this happiness coming towards you. It's coming towards you, or it's already here, but there is a hindrance here. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So it could be that you need to be making a decision here of dropping something so that you can bring in this happiness towards you. Others of you, there is a lack of unhappiness because somebody here wasn't able to balance something here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be a family situation. This could be a family business here that is going a little bit all over the place, that maybe you're deciding that I don't want to participate in this any longer. It's giving me too much stress. Others of you, there is a foundation here, or there's certain stability here that you see it's there, but there's something blocking it. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So somebody here could have delivered some kind of news to you that wasn't very pleasing, and this is why you're kind of like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen now? Or you're kind of seeing the grim of things. You have the Four of Swords here as well. So the Four of Swords is this energy of needing to rest and recover, to meditate, to heal. But this is also putting things in a standstill. So it's like you hit the pause button. So whatever unhappiness was here, whatever unbalance was here, you hit the pause button because it was just too much to handle here. We have the Hangman, so being stuck here in this waiting period, but really because you're trying to see the overall picture. You're trying to get enlightened. You're trying to get some kind of spiritual message as well, trying to get this light bulb moment to happen for you. Pisces energy. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy here. I feel like you see yourself as somebody here who's unbalanced, or maybe you're unbalanced with your finances, or you're not feeling grounded right now because of whatever this is. Possibly because somebody here has walked away. Or somebody has detached emotionally. This could go vice versa. We have the Tower card. So with the Tower card, I'm almost feeling like it's this energy of, please just put me out of my misery. I just want things to be done once and for all. I can't take it any longer. This person might have stopped communicating with you. If for some of you, you're hoping that you could rebuild this tower with this individual. And we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse as your outcome. So this is actually gaining clarity, okay? Getting out of a confusing state. If you were feeling overwhelmed, you're not feeling overwhelmed any longer. What is the Sun card for Taurus, please? What is the Sun card for Taurus? The Devil in the reverse. The Knight of Rods in the reverse. And the Empress in the reverse. So Capricorn, Taurus, Libra energy here. And we also have fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So something here that was keeping you enslaved. It could have been with a person who was in and out of your life, a person here who wasn't very, they weren't very commitment oriented. I think you're starting to realize that this was more of a toxic situation than anything else. And we have the Justice, Libra energy. The Emperor Aries energy, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So it seems like here you're getting yourself together, Taurus. You're really making a pathway for your own life, really taking control of yourself and of other things around you, because, well, quite frankly, if somebody doesn't want to give you the clarity, you're going to give the clarity to yourself. You're going to pick up that sword, bring justice, bring balance into the situation, because you really can't live in a situation that you feel enslaved to just because somebody here doesn't want to respect you as a person. Two of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Wands in the reverse, and the Death card in the reverse. So for some of you, this is, right, regaining balance and understanding that there are certain things that are not going to change. And if this is keeping you hindered from being able to balance out your life, seeing your future, this could be a Scorpio here who is involved. But this is really gaining stability, gaining clear insight that if a situation here is done and over with, you can't let yourself get sucked into the dead and over with. You need to rise from the ashes. What is the Page of Wands? We have the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So if you're dealing with a fire sign here, it could be that this person here has made you feel manipulated, therefore confused. They probably didn't want to take on their responsibilities, therefore all the responsibilities were placed on you. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, okay? It could just be somebody here really kind of like running away from their problems is almost what I'm getting here with the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody here who's just not willing to put in the work. We have the Moon card. Why is the Moon showing up here? The Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Magician in the reverse, Sun in the reverse, King of Swords in the reverse. So something here is not happening either with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, okay? And you're very worried about that. It's possible that you want to offer them love, but you see that there's no potential with them, that things have ended here. With the Page of Swords here. You probably want to communicate. You're probably watching them. What are they doing? This could go in the reverse, okay? And we have here the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, Three of Wands in the reverse, Six of Cups in the reverse. So somebody here is seeing the situation for what it is, really gaining clarity through their own insight, seeing that if somebody here is not putting in the work, somebody here is not seeing the potential, it's almost like you're connecting the dots here. And you're deciding not to deceive yourself any longer. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not focusing on yourself. You're not focusing on your stability. You're not focusing on here something that keeps you grounded. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Releasing these thoughts, though. And the Lover's card in the reverse. And the Hangman is now showing up here. It's almost like having this realization, this aha moment that if things are not working out, if things weren't grounded here, then there's a need to really just let go. Why is the Lovers in the reverse? This could be a Gemini. Hangman, the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So it's like this situation here, somebody is refusing to let it go, and while another person is just like, no, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. It wasn't a balanced relationship here. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Too many cards. Why is the Eight of Cups here, please? Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the Seven of Wands. So somebody here who, it could be the person who's walked away, they might be blocking you, and this is actually really hurting you, okay? Okay, but it's almost like they have their own path in life to follow. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Temperance in the reverse. For some of you, you're very upset because this is a family situation that you thought that could be healed, that could be, but this person is just refusing. I feel like it's not even that they're just refusing. I feel like they see that their path is leading them elsewhere. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. A need to let go. Why is the Tower here? King of Cups, Three of Cups in the reverse, Judgment in the reverse, and the Five of Swords in the reverse. This is dropping your swords and really fulfilling yourself, loving yourself, okay? And healing from within. There are things in life that they get shook up, that they need to, everything in life is temporary. So sometimes admitting defeat here, admitting that something here is just not going to work out, is not going to come together, is going to help bring peace into your life. Because once you really come to that realization, yeah, it hurts, yeah, it's painful, but the mind and the heart are going to heal. What is the Seven of Cups in the reverse? We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So, Taurus, this is really an energy of you're going to get clarity that once you move forward, once you get into a better state of mind, all of this is going to turn around and it's going to work for you, okay? What is the message for Taurus? What is the message for Taurus? Codependency. Maybe that's why you're finding it very hard to let go. We have forgiving and learning. Unrequited love. And love yourself first. And at the bottom of the deck, we have reconciliation, but it's in the reverse. So, for some of you, the reconciliation, it could be that there is a possibility here, but I'm really feeling that it's wanting to come from your side. Listen, again, this could go vice versa. So somebody here could feel really the need of wanting to reconcile, but there's a need for someone to love themselves first, okay? Because if somebody here is codependent, it's them kind of giving their own power away to another individual, and we can't give our own power to somebody else. Because other people have their own power to deal with. They have their own, it's like you're putting whatever is responsible to you, you're giving it to them. You get me? Or somebody is doing this to you. So a person who feels codependent is simply a person who hasn't healed from their childhood traumas. Because look, if you give your power to another individual, that's what a child does. A child gives their power away to the person who's their guardian, because they trust that that person is going to protect them, to feed them, to clothe them, etc., for them to survive, right? Because they're not in a they don't have that capacity of survive. I mean, like if a child was somewhere, depending on their age, just left alone, they wouldn't learn how to survive because our primitive brain will kick in. But obviously, like a baby wouldn't be able to do that. So the thing is, for someone to be codependent is that person hasn't learned how to love themselves first, because they feel that somebody else needs to love them. So it could be that you or whoever you're dealing with dealt with, for example, parents who never really loved them the way that they felt that they needed to be loved. Maybe they had parents who were just too busy for them all the time and never really cared about them. So they went throughout life kind of like having this thought of, everyone is always too busy for me. Everyone is always too busy for me. And therefore, they possibly never forgave, never cut the cord with that feeling, never really said, it was just my parents who were too busy. It's not somebody else that I love and tried to bring into my life who's not busy. I mean, who's busy. It was my parents. or it was my mother, my father, whatever. And even like that, helping yourself to heal, giving them the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes that just helps. Thinking to yourself, you know what? They were just busy because they were a single parent and they try to make ends meet because they wanted to give me a good life. Or they were always working because, you know what? They were dealing with a lot of hurt and pain and they just kind of drowned themselves at work. Imagine that they drowned themselves in drugs and alcohol and weren't capable of taking care of me. So at least it's a good thing. Or what if they did? What if they did drown themselves in substances or things that were unhealthy for them, whatever it may be? Okay? Because they were trying to deal with their own pain. It's almost like having compassion for them. Once you turn into an adult, and especially even once you turn into a parent, it's much easier for us to have compassion for our own parents because we're like, wow. You know? It's like I understand why they did the best that they could in the circumstances in which they were in. Because when we're children, we don't understand what is going on. We just see what's being presented to us. And sometimes, you know, the adults, they don't tell you everything. Right? Because there is no need to tell everything to your child. Because sometimes they can't handle everything that you're going to say to them. All right, what is the best advice for Taurus, please? Best advice for Taurus. We have care and compassion, Kuan Yin. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. Care and compassion. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Master Jesus. I like just Jesus. I don't know, it feels weird saying Master Jesus. Forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. So that could be very specific to some of you. Father healing is possible at this time. It could be that, well, you had an unavailable father or a father who has abandoned you. Or maybe you had your father present, but your father was very strict and didn't allow you. Come to the terms here that it's possible to forgive your father, to love him, to create a good bond so that when you have another bond with another individual, especially females with males, you have a healthier relationship. So if you had a father who was very strict, okay, you will tend to find a man who has those tendencies, even though you say to yourself, no, I need a man who's gonna let me be me and who loves me for me, etc. But deep down inside, we attract what we're comfortable with. So if you grew up in that environment, that is something that you had to be accustomed to, that you had to make yourself comfortable with in order to survive. Just natural instincts is very normal, it's very natural. But coming to that realization is when you see, I attract men who try to control me, because that's how my father was. And who knows? Maybe forgiving your father for being like that because maybe he thought that by controlling you and by being strict, he was protecting you. Maybe he realized that there was a lot of men around who treated women like crap and he didn't want that for you. That's why he was very strict and kept you kind of like, don't go anywhere. Don't wear that short skirt. You know, you gotta look like, what, I don't want to offend anyone, but okay. You know, or maybe you had a father who abandoned you because, who knows, maybe he himself never had a father figure in his own life and he didn't know how to be a father. And so it was too much for him to handle, and because he was so scared and he just left everything. And having compassion because we can't even fill the shoes that our own expectations of ourselves. How can we expect somebody to fill their own shoes of the expectations we have of them? And I'm not giving anybody any excuse. Absolutely not. But sometimes when we give people the benefit of the doubt, it is much easier for us to cut the cord and to grow in a much healthier way. And forgiving over here is just simply forgiving. Maybe you don't have issues with your father, but it's a need to heal with authority as well. Others of you, it's just a need to learn how to forgive. Okay? And care for yourself and be compassionate with you and others. Taurus, if you resonated with the reading, please let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.